It doesn't, unless you, it doesn't. Come on. Zip, zip, you piece of shit. It has to go on like that. But the question is, how is that supposed to work? It doesn't, unless you, it doesn't. If I were to hook that, take that, and put it over here, it's got to go on this side. All right. Yep. Do what you were doing before. Can't hook the annex on the other side. Well, so far, it's sort of working. There, finally. For the last 20 minutes, I've been on the side trying to figure it out when it's not meant to do that. This is gonna stretch straight out like this. All right, let me tell you where we're at with this whole thing so far. So as you saw in the video that I got everything laid out, I finally got it figured out, oriented to how this thing's supposed to be pointed towards the vehicle, which side. Then I realized that it can only zip to this side of the Bronco. It won't hook to the other side. So the zipper that goes along the top, because you're supposed to zip it along the top, to me looks like it only works on the passenger side of your Bronco. So I had to flip the Bronco around, come back here. Then I got it zipped up there. And then kind of the nightmare began, and that was, trying to figure out where all this hardware is supposed to go on this thing. Now this is self-explanatory. You just run it through like any other tent, and I just drove 4 stakes in just to pull the thing open and open it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 actually, just to get the thing opened up because it's getting late and I don't have a whole lot of time left. But let me show you what the issue is. All right, so I got the 6 stakes put into the ground. I got the thing basically opened up with it zipped onto the side of the Bronco. I at least got that far. The problem is that is the instructions you're working with right there, which tell you pretty much nothing. Plus all these poles, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out where those things go. All right, so because it's not gonna be that windy tonight, I'm not really worried about the ropes, the tie down ropes. The stakes, I got 6 of them in, that's enough just to get it done. I have no clue what those big bars go to. I don't know if they go here. I don't know where they go. So, and the instructions don't tell you. All right, so I found out what these poles are for. These extra poles I showed you earlier to hold up this awning in case you want to make an awning out of this. We're gonna leave this whole awning thing off. I'm just gonna leave these down here, and I'm just gonna drop this and use it as a regular flap door because I just don't have time to try and figure this out right now. But no idea how to get that taller. iKamper, you really got to put out a video on how to set one of these things up. So we got the thing set up enough where it'll survive the night. I don't know. I know it's not 100% right, but it's good enough for now. So let's go inside and see how much room there is. All right, so here we are inside. It does have a dirt bottom, which kind of sucks, because you got to bring a rug or something to put in here. But that is a kid's cot. You could fit an adult cot in there, but that's a kid's cot. Headroom wise, I'm 6'4", and I have plenty of room to stand up in here, lots of room. And then looking back at the Bronco, going up into the rooftop tent, that actually works pretty good. But I have a lot of this floppy material. You can see that, which I'm sure there's a way to fix that. I just haven't figured out how yet. And I can't find a way to take this door and get it kind of off to the side, so without it being propped up on those poles. So all right, so this is going to do for tonight. This is as good as it's going to get. At least it creates sort of a tent thing. It does have the dirt bottom, which I'm not real excited about. All right, so what we're going to do is in the morning we're going to wake up and I'm going to tell you my thoughts on this thing after one night in it. I'm going to tell you what I think about sleeping up above with it attached to the side and see how it holds up, and we'll see you in the morning. All right, I'll tell you the one problem and the one complaint that I have about last night about this annex, and that is every time something would fall off the bed or he set something down on the ground, it's always in the dirt. The fact that there's no bottom, that's really all you needed. Like, you have to have a bottom. If you don't have a bottom, everything hits the dirt. So, and you can't always find grass, or somewhere nice and that doesn't have dirt. So the dirt bottom is a problem. So you're going to have to get yourself a tarp or something to put down to cover that entire floor, which is one thing I don't like about the Annex. So let's get down and do some final thoughts on the whole thing. Once I tell you the truth, do I think it's an $800 item? No, I don't. I think this is maybe a $400 maximum item. It's not worth $800. Couple of reasons. Number one, it doesn't have a floor, which everything is dirty. And when it falls off on the ground, your feet are always dirty, your socks, everything that touches the ground gets dirty. So that's a problem. The instructions are awful. There's only 3 steps, but it's a hell of a lot more than 3 steps to setting this thing up. And those extra poles for holding the flap of the door up, I don't know how to use those. I couldn't figure it out, and I'm a pretty smart guy, and I'm like, this isn't gonna work, so I just don't even use them. Also, it only goes on one side of your Bronco. It won't go on the other side, which normally my ladder's on the other side. And it took me about 40 minutes to figure out why I couldn't get it to zip onto the side of the tent. It's because it only goes on the other side, on the passenger side of your Bronco. I don't like that at all. Now, what is the advantage of this is going to be that it does fold up into a small compact little package compared to a big 6-person ground tent. So that is a bonus. I did like the fact that it's a small package. I did run a portable heater in it, and it works. It's sealed enough where it does stay warm in there. If you have I have a little Cupid heater in there. That worked just fine. All right, so we're gonna hang on to the other tent just in case this ends up really just pissing me off every time I go camping trying to set it up. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you out. That's my thoughts on the iKamper Annex for the Blue Dot Voyager tent. Anyway, hopefully it helped you out. If it did, give it a like. Maybe subscribe for more Bronco content. We will see you next time.